Welcome back to The Explainer. So, have you ever had someone in your life who just doesn't seem to like you? You know the feeling. You literally didn't do anything to them. You barely even know them. But man, you can practically feel this cold energy radiating off them. It's confusing, right? It really messes with your head. Well, we've all been caught in those toxic group dynamics. And today, we're going to completely validate that experience. We're specifically focusing on identifying selective hostility and social invalidation in group settings, basically decoding the unspoken behaviors of people who dislike you for absolutely no reason.
Okay, let's take a quick look at our agenda for this explainer. We're going to cover the mystery of unprovoked dislike, spotting selective hostility, recognizing social invalidation, a few other subtle sabotage tactics, the real root cause, which is insecurity, and finally, how to reclaim your social power.
All right, part 1, the mystery of unprovoked dislike.
Let's talk about that universal nagging anxiety. You step into a room, maybe it's at work, maybe a social gathering, and there's just that one person who completely shuts down around you. Immediately, your brain flashes this question. Wait, did I say something or do something wrong? And look, that is completely natural. Our brains are hardwired to try and find the reason for social rejection. So you start replaying conversations, overanalyzing every little behavior, desperately trying to figure out what hidden social rule you accidentally broke.
But I am here to deliver a massive, validating wave of relief for you right now. It's not about you. Seriously, you didn't do anything wrong. When someone hates you for seemingly no reason, well, there is a reason, but it has absolutely nothing to do with your actions. It's all about what you represent to them. Maybe you're confident, or happy, or successful, and that just triggers something deep inside them.
Which brings us to Section 2, spotting selective hostility.
This is the first major behavioral pattern to really look out for in group settings. It's actually a clinical term, selective hostility. It's a deliberate power move, where someone creates intentional distance and coldness towards you while staying totally warm to everyone else. See, being friendly with you would mean accepting you, and their brain currently sees you as a threat.
It is wild to watch this happen in real time. With the rest of the group, they're warm, laughing, cracking jokes, having a great time. But the exact second you show up or start speaking, ice cold. The smile literally drops, the energy shifts, and they just get quiet. Listen, this shift is highly intentional. They want you to notice the contrast. It's a calculated power move designed to make you feel completely excluded and small, without them ever having to say a single negative word to your face. When you spot this, do not chase their approval. They are just showing their hand.
Moving right along to Section 3, recognizing social invalidation. This is another incredibly common and, let's be honest, infuriating pattern. Social invalidation is when they flat out refuse to acknowledge your contributions, your value, or even your presence, just to diminish your influence. Imagine you're in a meeting. You share a genuinely great idea and crickets. They act like you didn't even speak. Then, like 5 minutes later, somebody else says basically the exact same thing and suddenly they're all over it. Oh, wow, great point, let's do that. You could literally solve the biggest problem in the room, and they will intentionally withhold that social credit from you.
Understanding this brilliantly illustrates the hidden translation of what they're actually doing. When they ignore your idea, their subconscious goal is denying you social credit. When they talk over you, they're trying to make you seem irrelevant to the group. And when they repackage your idea as their own, they are actively trying to diminish your overall influence. They want you to doubt your own worth and think your ideas just aren't good enough. Please, don't let it get to you. Their dismissal does not define your value.
Okay, Section 4, other subtle sabotage tactics.
Alongside selective hostility and social invalidation, this whole toxic pattern usually includes a few other sneaky nonverbal behaviors. First up is deliberate avoidance. Like when it's your turn to speak, they suddenly find their phone or the blank wall totally fascinating. Refusing eye contact is a subconscious way of denying you equal status. Second is reputation sabotage. This is a low-risk way for them to isolate you. They'll plant vague seeds of doubt with others. Yeah, they seem nice, but something just feels off. It's hearsay, so it's hard to prove, but it's designed to make people question you. And third, success resentment. You share good news, everyone else is cheering, but they just give you this tight, forced smile or instantly change the subject. To them, life is a zero-sum competition. Your win literally triggers their feelings of failure.
Let's get into Section 5, the root cause, insecurity. So why do people actually do this? Let's take the spotlight off of your perceived flaws and shine it directly on their internal state. This quote perfectly captures the dynamic. You become a mirror, and they hate looking at that reflection. See, when a person is secure, your presence doesn't threaten them at all. But when someone is deeply insecure, everything you are that they are not gets reflected right back at them. Your confidence simply reflects their fears. Your happiness highlights their misery. They don't hate you, they hate what you remind them of.
The crucial psychological concept at play here is projection. They make you the problem because, frankly, it's so much easier than facing the real problem, which is inside their own head. You could be the nicest, most genuine person walking the planet, and they would still dislike you, because this is entirely about their baggage, not your behavior. Seriously, if they were truly happy with their own lives, they simply wouldn't have the energy to hate on you.
Finally, Section 6, Reclaiming Your Social Power.
Let's turn all of this into an actionable, resilient mindset you can start using today. Here is your quick 3-step playbook. Step 1, stop trying to win them over. You cannot use a rational solution, like being extra nice, to fix an irrational emotional insecurity. It just doesn't work. Step 2, don't take it personally. Remember, you are just the trigger, not the cause. Once you really internalize that they're reacting to their own stuff, their behavior totally loses its power over you. And step 3, keep being yourself. Please do not shrink to make them comfortable. If you dim your light to appease their insecurity, you lose. And guess what? They still won't like you anyway. So just let them be uncomfortable.
I want to wrap up this explainer with a provocative question for you to really think about. When someone hates you for no reason, will you give them a reason to think you care? Once you recognize this pattern of selective hostility and invalidation, you've got to protect your energy. Stop trying to fix a dynamic that isn't broken on your end and confidently step away from it. Thank you